Your AI tool is a passenger. Your process has to drive. The exhaustion of constant software updates and the simple framework that keeps your operations on track. Welcome to your Weekly Ally, a weekly newsletter where we dive deep into the strategies, stories, and game-changing insights that help you navigate business challenges and unlock your organization's true potential for growth. It is one of the most frustrating feelings in modern business operations. You finally spend hours figuring out a new AI tool. You map the steps, dial in the settings, and build a smooth workflow. Then you log in the next morning only to be greeted by a "What's New" pop-up window. The interface has changed. The model has been upgraded. A critical feature has been quietly deprecated. Suddenly, your morning productivity halts because you have to spend an hour relearning a tool you thought you had already mastered. Last week, I hit this wall myself. I was working on a critical strategic project when Gemini suddenly malfunctioned, leaving me unable to access any of the files and information I had been working on. It wasn't the first time. Last month, my go-to text-to-audio setup in Google AI Studio stopped working without warning, and a platform update on HeyGen completely threw off our process of working on avatars for a project, forcing us to recalibrate our video avatar processes completely. For how helpful AI can be, sometimes it feels like trying to build a house on quicksand. But the problem isn't the technology changing. The problem is what we anchored our business to. The illusion of done. We previously argued that a big barrier to AI adoption was internal capacity, and this wave of constant updates introduces a third variable, platform volatility. Because generative AI tools are so fast and low friction, they create a dangerous illusion. When a tool generates a great output with a simple prompt, it feels like you have built a business process, but you didn't build a process. When you confuse an app's interface with an operational system, your business becomes entirely dependent on the stability of a third-party developer. In 2026, with tech companies rolling out stealth updates and model overhauls every single week, building on app stability is a losing strategy. The tool cannot be your infrastructure. The tool is just a passenger. Your human control process has to drive. Building a portable system. The founders who aren't disrupted by sudden software changes are not the ones staying up all night reading tech patch notes. They are the ones building portable workflows. A portable workflow is a system designed so clearly that it can be copy-pasted into an entirely different AI model in 5 minutes if your primary tool goes dark. It means you stop storing your business intelligence inside an AI's chat history and start storing it in an external, vendor-agnostic environment that you completely own. When Gemini failed me last week, my productivity didn't crash because the logic, constraints, and source materials lived outside the tool. We simply moved the blueprint over to Claude and ran it. The output varied slightly, but I was able to continue doing my work. Future-proofing your agency? This is why we designed our course, Generative AI for Business Leaders, the way we did. We deliberately chose not to build a course that teaches you which model to choose or which button to click in a specific software layout. Instead, we teach the core, immutable architectural principles of AI execution, how to structure context, engineer logic, and isolate workflows. These principles turn any AI tool you decide to work with into a strategic partner that serves a purpose. When you master the underlying system, you stop fearing the updates. You stop caring if a tool redesigns its dashboard. You gain the confidence to look at any new interface and make it work for you on your terms. Ready to build a workflow that survives every update? Learn more about the course and enroll here. The link is in the text version of this newsletter. Tactical note: Friday's Substack is a step-by-step blueprint to build your own external knowledge base and implement a hot swap framework for your daily tasks. The link is in the text version of this newsletter. The bottom line, you cannot stop big tech companies from updating their software, but you can stop letting their updates dictate the pace of your work. Stop trying to master specific apps. Start mastering the underlying logic of your workflows. When your processes are truly portable, a broken tool is just a 10-minute detour, never an operational crisis. New here? Welcome to your weekly ally. Subscribe to join entrepreneurs building what matters. Discussion. What AI tool updated or broke on you recently just when you needed it most? Hit reply and let us know. We read every comment. Your weekly ally team